and welcome to Gulf News Straight Bat. It was India v Pakistan once again tonight at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. India won that last match in a last over thriller, but tonight Pakistan have gained revenge by winning by 5 wickets. This one also went to the last over. Mr. Cricket UAE Anis Sajan is back with us tonight. Anis, what did you make of that one?
Thank you, Imran. Hello, Satish. And hello, Ashfaq Bhai. And hello to all the lovely people who follow cricket on Gulf News. Terrific game. Last Sunday, we saw India on the winning side. Today, we saw Pakistan on the winning side. And you have to give credit to Pakistan. To be very honest, in the break, I felt India had 20 runs extra. But credit to Pakistan, credit to Rizwan, who once again showed that he, along with Babar, are the backbone of the team. And you have to give it to Pakistan for winning this off.
Sham, India were forced into making several changes for this match. Rishabh Pant came in, Deepak Hooda, Ravi Bishnoi, all because of the absence of all-rounder Ravindra Jadeja. He was injured. Did that upset the balance of the team?
To a large extent, I would say, simply because for one thing, Ravindra Jadeja is an all-rounder, not just an all-rounder, a hard-hitting all-rounder. Secondly, he's a left-hander. So when you take these things out of the equation to replace, you don't have a like-for-like replacement. You have somebody like Akshar Patel, who is a lefty again, but in terms of batting, he's not in the same league. So India would try to cover up too many holes there. You need a left-hander, you brought in Pants to cover that. You need a bowler, so you brought in Kuda, who can bowl a few overs. But unfortunately, he was never used at all because I don't think the pitch was conducive for it, and I don't think Rohit Sharma was in any particular. I don't think he did have the liberty or the luxury of using him at any point because the match was on a knife edge. And but he didn't want to accept when you need a spinner also. That is when you brought in Bishnoi. So Bishnoi, Hooda, and Rishabh Pant covering up for one man, Ravindra Jadeja.
Let's bring Ashfaq in. Ashfaq, congratulations, your team has won. You know, Babar Azam, he won the toss. He decided to bowl first. The pitch looked like it would promise plenty of runs, and it did. India posted 181 from their 20 overs. Did you feel that that would be a hard target to chase, Ash?
It was definitely a hard target, but as you said, if India could score, Pakistan had plenty of batting lineup. You have seen in today's match that even though Babar Azam couldn't score run, the surprise package was Nawaz. He stunned everybody. It was a surprise for everybody. He's the man of match today. And for me, he's beautifully bowled. 25 runs, 1 wicket in 4 overs. Restricted India after their blasting start against fast bowlers. India has good strategy against fast bowlers, but Nawaz restricted them. Similarly, Pakistan opted to promote Nawaz because he's a very good player against spinner. So he smashed Indian spinners all around. So he's the new hero of Pakistan in today's match. 42 runs in 20 balls is amazing. He made the match basically with Rizwan. And then you have other people, Asif and Kushdil, who quite diligently finished the match. Yeah, it is good.
Yeah, he did very good.
Good chase.
Anis, just bring Anis in again. Rahul and Sharma, they both look like they turned the corner. They started the game really well, but then they both went for 28. Their form is still a concern, isn't it?
I will be very honest. You know what? They assessed the conditions very well. They realized that this is a belter of a wicket, and they really took Pakistan bowlers by surprise, and they went after them. And India, by the power play, were almost 60 plus, even though they lost 2 wickets. But that's the way. When you have good wickets, you can the bowlers. You will lose wickets as long as the strike rates are good. And in the end, to be very honest, you have to give credit to the Pakistan spinners. Both Nawaz and Shadab Khan bowled well to get them back into the game. And now you can argue that India were 15-20 runs short because this wicket probably needed 200. But there are no ifs and buts in cricket. India had their moment, I won't use the word had, Arshdeep drop a sitter. So did Fakhar Zaman drop a catch in the end. So that evens out. But having said that, as our friend Ashfaq said, that the innings, rather the master stroke played by Babar Azam, you have to give credit to them to send Nawaz in. They copied it from, I would not use the word copied, they took a leaf out of Jadeja coming in last time, and he changed the game because 20 balls, 42 runs is what the tonic Pakistan required.
True. Let's bring Sham back in. Sham, the match was stopped, I think, briefly during the chase when Pakistan's wicketkeeper Rizwan, he got an injury. But it didn't slow down India's momentum as Kohli, he went on to get another half century. That's his 32nd in his career. Has he finally regained his scoring touch?
I would think so, but he is still nowhere near his best. But I would say he's 80% there and well on the way to reaching his reaching the peak of his powers. Because this is precisely the Kohli of the old. I mean, picking up singles, playing the balls into the gaps, and getting the occasional boundary. And to me, that pick up six or mid wicket, that is vintage Kohli actually. And you could see that he also realized that at that moment that he is where he used to be, because when that six went up, he took his helmet off, looked up, and he took the India bats, kissed it, and resumed the innings. That because I think even at that moment he himself realized that he is back.
He is back. He's back, but Babar Azam is still struggling, Ash. He went for just 14 today, and a lot was expected from Zaman, but he also just got, what, 15? I think 15 runs. Those two just couldn't get going. You must have been fearing the worst early on, no? When that was happening?
Yeah, absolutely. Imran, it's a worrisome. And Fakhar Zaman has been absolutely sloppy in the fielding as well today. Apart from Fakhar's catch and misfield, Pakistan's fielding has been superb today. They got a run out at 180 degree and didn't drop any other catches. So superb fielding apart from Fakhar. But he is not getting runs. This is worrisome. But as I said, Pakistan has plenty of firepower. You see after that Nawaz is new fine. Then you have Iftikhar who can hit the ball. You can have Asif. You have Pushdin. And then you have Shadab. So batting lineup is there. Even if they fail, I think it's a blessing in disguise that the guys at the middle order are getting exposed and getting runs. They're getting the chance to play. This is good news for Pakistan. But when Babar Azam scored, well and good. If he doesn't score, you have the players in the middle order to score. That's a good sign.
At the halfway stage, I think India had posted 93 for 3 wickets, while Pakistan were, I think, 76 for 2. They were struggling to chase that. Do you think the conditions, Anis, had something to do with that? Was it the pitch or was it the older ball?
Well, we have to be very honest. Batting second definitely is an advantage. But like you mentioned, the conditions did not change. There was dew. There is no doubt about it. So it's not easy to probably feel the ball or grip the ball. But you have to give credit to Nawaz, who changed the whole face of the game. 2 overs changed the game. I believe the one where he went after the leggy Chahal, where he hit him for 19 runs. And then the 19th over, where you say that Asif Ali went after our Bhuvneshwar Kumar, where he was giving a lot of width. And having said that, I remember the same Asif Ali had clobbered our Bhuvneshwar Kumar for 22 runs in the same cricket ground in the Asia Cup in 2018. And he was happy taking him on. You never know what would have happened had the catch been taken in the earlier over. But that's the beauty of this game. Sometimes you might have a good day. Sometimes you might have a bad day. And the most experienced bowler of Indian team went for 19 runs, rather 21 runs.
Absolutely.
Sham, in fact, just latching onto the back of what Anis has just said, between the 10th and the 15th overs, Pakistan managed to get 60 runs on the board, and that really got them back into the game. Do you think that's where India let it slip today?
I would say more than India let it slip. If Pakistan grabbed the match by the scruff of the neck through Mohammad Nawaz, because that innings to me was the game changer today. Because traditionally Pakistan are heavily reliant on Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam, and as a consequence, what happens is the middle order tends to lag a bit, and they lose the match there. For a change, there was a different tactic, and Mohammad Nawaz came up. And if you look back, perhaps this is the fastest Pakistan have scored in this phase of the match, and what a time to score! And perhaps I think this would force a rethink in their strategies in the matches to come.
Yeah, in fact, India were on the back foot later on in the game, and they desperately needed a wicket. And then when Nawaz was out for 42, I think at that point, many probably felt that India had the advantage. Ash, did you feel that there was the game over when Nawaz went? And then especially when Rizwan was also out. Did you feel that was the chance gone for Pakistan?
I think Imran, 15th over, when Chahal was hit, it was a big over for Pakistan because it's a key spinner, and he got it for nearly 20 runs, 16 or 17 runs in that over. That changed the complexion of the game. And when Nawaz got out, I personally I was not worried because I knew there was Asif Ali, there is Khurshid Khan, there is this guy Iftikhar, Shadab, who can hit. So till 15 over, Pakistan kept the wicket. That saved them at the end. You see, in the last 4 over, 4 wicket fell. But Pakistan was still in safe hand, still two more players to come. So keeping wicket was the key. They saved the wicket, scored run, and they just went after to complete the target in the last over. That was wonderful. Good plan.
So Ash, look, this victory puts Pakistan in pole position for a place in the final of the Asia Cup. Can they do it? Can they win this?
Well, it's anybody's game. They are well placed, but India is not an easy team. So anything can happen. You can see the last 2 matches. The matches finishes on the second last ball of the innings. First match also the second last ball of the innings. This match also second last ball of the innings. They are really the matches are going to the wires. I mean, it could be anybody's game, but what we hope is interesting, good match, not one-sided match.
Anis and Sham, India's chances?
Well, Imran, very honestly, this group now has all good teams, whether it's India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka. Now, both India and Afghanistan are under the pump after losing their first match. India play Sri Lanka day after tomorrow after a day's break. So that will give some time for them to regroup and to come back. They've had a wood over Sri Lanka in the last probably 5-6 years, where Sri Lanka, I can't remember having won any game except when India went to Sri Lanka with a half-side team during the COVID period. So India will fancy their chances against Sri Lanka. But again, Afghanistan is a team, a dangerous team. We'll have to see how it goes about, because then Pakistan play Afghanistan. So if it will be too much to predict whether India will make it or Pakistan, but Pakistan will have their hopes high. They take on Afghanistan. If they beat Afghanistan, then they are as good as true.
Okay, Sham, you can have the last word and then we'll call it a night.
Yeah, I'm still fancying an India-Pakistan final, right? Because like I said yesterday about Afghanistan's, they might run in India and Pakistan close, but in the end, India and Pakistan will prevail. But I'm more than Afghanistan. I am actually interested in Sri Lanka, and especially in the way they play the last 2 games. And the way all the batsmen contributed, because if they are not getting, you may not find somebody contributing half century or more. Everybody hitting at the 30, but everybody scores. Everybody pitches in a 30, and you are home and dry. That's what happened against Bangladesh. That's happened against yesterday against Afghanistan. And yesterday during the press conference, Mahesh Tikshna I asked him, like, 175. Are you where did you think you'll make it? He said, always. We have complete trust in our batsmen, and that was an eminently chaseable total. That was exactly what he said. So, and they did it. So they are on the upswing. Their morale is good. Their confidence is good. So I would be wary of them, but still I would fancy an India-Pakistan final.
Yes, I think that's what everyone wants to see. I think we'll leave it there, guys. We're all a nervous wreck after that thriller of a match. We all need to go and catch our breath back. In the meantime, remember everyone to head to golfnews.com for all the latest news, reviews, videos, and much more. Thanks to the guys, and see you all next time.